I'm confident. I'm actually not confident in the tight ends. So let's go tight ends. I'm curious where you're going to go here. We are going Harold Fannin Jr. versus Mr. T.J. Hockenson for the Minnesota Vikings. This one off the rip, you're like, this is cake, right? Pick the studs, stick with your studs. It's week 3. What are we doing? Why are we going off of our studs already? Well, when your stud loses his quarterback and your stud wasn't even targeted much when your quarterback was there, it's time to panic on tight ends. I give up on tight ends pretty quickly. It's because they're very easily replaceable. It's not like Bowers or McBride or these top guys like Tucker Kraft. TJ Hawkinson has now fallen into the he's just a guy portion of the season. Yes, it's only week 3. I understand that. Through 2 games, he has caught 4 balls on 7 targets for 27 total yards. Yeehaw. Like legitimately yeehaw. Good for you, buddy. Harold Fannin does that in a drive. Literally does that in a drive. Harold Fannin has been talked about on this network or this family of networks for multiple weeks now, and it's about time we all buy in. Week 7 or week 1 alone, he had 7 catches on 9 targets, followed up last week with 5 catches on 5 targets for 48 yards. It's hard for me to go against the snap share of Harold Fannin and how it's increased. It's hard for me to go against someone who is being targeted on an offense that's going to struggle. Now, Minnesota may struggle as well, but are we really going to get into the Carson Wentz business already in week 3? If this was week 13, 14, 15, and we wanted to mess around a little bit, of course, I don't have a problem with that. But it's so early in the season. I'm not trying to mess around with Carson Wentz. Matter of fact, this morning in redraft, I tried to trade for Justin Jefferson, and I thought, again, as great as Justin Jefferson is, I don't want in on that. I'm out. I'm totally out on Carson Wentz. Sorry, it's just the way it is. So, Cleveland plays Green Bay this week. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Mhm.
Green Bay's tough.
Mhm.
Green Bay's very tough. Very, very tough. Well,
Mhm.
probably the best defense in the league. So I can see why you're going, But at the end of the day, with soft defenses, soft coverages, when they're blowing them out, I could see Fanning catching some garbage points. Whereas Hawkinson, I have no faith, like 0 faith in TJ Hawkinson this year. So mark up Harold Fanning for me. That means Justin's probably going to go Hawkinson.
Yeah, so I just for the sheer sake of me doing my rankings this morning, I do have Hockenson ranked much higher than Harold Fannin. I like Fannin. I'm part of the Fannin fan club. Just if you ask anybody, it does not seem like I'm part of the Fannin fan club. That's, by the way, trademarked by the Priority Waiver show on Tuesdays. Um, but I do lean Hockenson specifically because of the matchup. And my mind might change by the time I end up talking. But the Bengals are cake, roughly cake. I mean, literally. I would not trust them to walk a grandma across the street when it comes to playing defense. So that's not great. They do give up right in the middle of the road for the tight end position in terms of points per game. Whereas, you mentioned it, the Packers have one of the best defenses in the league. They give up far fewer. They give up a little bit more points than the Bengals to the tight end position, actually. Just looking at, but we're looking at 2 weeks of data, so give that what you want. I do think there will be some garbage time points for that Packers Browns game, which is going to really do a lot. I don't fear Carson Wentz nearly as much as a lot of other people do. I know I really crapped on him a lot yesterday, specifically because of the fact that I watched him completely plummet the Indianapolis Colts in real time to make the playoffs by losing 2 of 2 games when all you had to do is win 1 of 2 to make the playoffs. And they played 2 very cake teams. But you can't ignore the fact of Fannin's like target share. I mean, 14 targets through 2 weeks, where TJ Hockenson has seen 7 with supposedly their starting quarterback. I think Carson Wentz is an upgrade over JJ McCarthy right now. I think Wentz will be able to get the ball out to Hockenson and Jefferson and Jordan Mason. That's literally their offense. And with Kevin O'Connell being one of the better quarterback like gurus out there, I do not fear Carson Wentz starting. But I think that Vikings Bengals game is going to be a shootout. Like it'll be a shootout, but not the good kind of shootout, not a Giants Cowboys shootout. It'll be a very low scoring shootout. Because of the backup quarterback situation. Whereas I think the Packers are just going to annihilate the Browns, and there's going to be garbage time points. I'm going to go Fannin this week. I don't want to, but I will.
Listen, I don't blame you there. I was about to do my old. Sounds like you're fan out, but you didn't. You chose the man. So clip that for future notices. Listen, tight ends are ugly.